So in this video I am going to be covering how to use markers for your painting. These come in a set rather of markers that I got at Hobby Lobby. Faber-Castell, I believe is how you pronounce that. These are the two that I'm using, is the 0.3 and the 0.05. And what I'm going to do is take the marker and you're just going to make little lines where it makes sense on the model. So on the underside right there, you're just going to want to get some black on that, and then you can kind of see how it sort of adds to the look of the figure. My camera's not going to focus on that probably. And it just makes it look a little bit more weathered. This can also be used as well if you're a bit of a sloppy painter like I am. Especially with these guys, this thing is 3D printed resin. So you don't get to glue this together. This is how it comes. And unless if you break it, you're not going to get it apart. So your best bet is going to be like paint really sloppy and then go over it with, like clean it up with the other colors. And that's really what you want to do with this type of thing, is you want to get the fine lines down so that the rest of it, the fine lines and the fine details, are what makes something like this really good, because the little detailing on a model like this, on a miniature, it's already small, and the details in some cases aren't as good. So by going over the top with your detailing, it kind of compensates for the lack of sculpting. So I'm going to go over this with a marker, and I'll come back when it's done. So this is now the finished product. We've got the gunmetal on the rifle, and the black on the miniature, where you can see I kind of went over some spots again. There's like a hair or something on it. I don't know if that's from the resin or... for some reason there were hairs on these. Like the resin left these hair-thin strings, almost like a hot glue gun. I don't know why. Maybe just like a cheap printer. I didn't print these. I don't have a printer. These were purchased for me. Yeah, but he looks really good. And that's just a little tip on how to get really fine lines, is by using markers instead of brushes, because brushes can make a mess and the marker doesn't, as long as you have steady hands. So there is your complete tutorial on how to dry brush and use markers to make miniatures and action figures look better.